Hey, it's Lucy. Today I have a makeup tutorial for y'all, finally. I know I haven't done one. Honestly, I was waiting for Vogue to ask me to do mine, but they've been taking too long, so I'm gonna take matters into my own hands and show you guys how I do my makeup. So without further ado, let me show you how to get glam like this. So first I'm going in with this Power Grip e.l.f. primer. I just started using this like a few weeks ago, rolling my eyes because like synthetic hair was stuck to my hands. So I just put that all over my face, really juice it up and all that. And then for foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour foundation. You can get it really anywhere at the drugstore, whatever. Honestly, this isn't my favorite one. My like all-time favorite foundation is the L'Oreal Pro Glow. But when I was in the store getting this, the lady lied to me and was like, yeah, they don't make it anymore. They don't make it anymore. So I was like devastated because I've been using that since I was like 16, 14. And she lied. So I literally could have just went to the other store and get it, but I've been using this one nonetheless. So yeah, as you can see, I really slather that on. It's like, bitch, we're painting the drywall at this point. I love a full coverage look. I try to keep in as much footage as possible so you guys can see how I really do it. I really like to take my time with the blending and make sure it's all pushed into my skin and that it looks very smooth and seamless.
In a wig is like torturing yourself.
So yeah, just when you're doing your foundation, just take your time until you feel like it looks ready. So next I am wiping off the foundation off of my lips. Honestly, I don't do this every time, but I'm doing it for y'all's sake during the video. It just looks better this way. Alright, next I am doing concealer. This is my favorite concealer. It is the Born This Way concealer. I like this, and I also like the foundation a lot from Too Faced. It's very like a natural but still full coverage look, so I really love that. I'm gonna put it in all the areas that I want the most coverage, so always under the eyes, usually on the chin, sometimes on the forehead, sometimes on the eyebrows, but this time I just did it like this. And then really take your time to push it into your skin under the eye and get that brightening look and that full coverage. Glamour, babe, glamour. La la la, la 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 la, la la la. Keep blending until you feel like it looks perfect. That's why I kept in all this footage of me doing it, because it really takes time. But this video is like only 20 minutes. It probably took me 30 minutes to do the full look. Okay, next is this Juvia's Place liquid blush that I also started using this year. That is very pivotal to my routine now. I really love the way that this blush looks. It's just that powder pink, pretty. Yeah, so I just take this brush and lightly blend it in. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that glow, that pink flush, that glow. Yeah, so keep blending it in. So pretty, so rosy, so nice. Continuing to blend that until I feel like it's ready. And next, I probably am going to do powder. I use the Kimchi Puff Pass setting powder. I actually just started using powder on my makeup at the end of last year when I started going on tour. My whole time of wearing makeup, I like never used powder because I thought it looked like made my face look cakey, and I liked how my skin looked without any powder on it, and I still like that look. But ever since I started doing powder, I actually cannot go back because I love the way it blurs the under eyes. Like, see the difference? Sorry guys, I just got a funny text. So yeah, I'm using this little powder puff and just not try to put too much. I'm still kind of learning the ways of setting powder, but I think I've kind of got a good thing going on. The makeup looks good, so I'm gonna keep doing it, and hopefully I can get better at the powder technique. Now I'm just taking this brush and slightly dusting it off and kind of blending it into the makeup. I don't really have a strategy with my makeup. Like, honestly, like, I do it differently every time. Going under the eyes, around the mouth, going pretty much everywhere. And making sure there's no, like, powder building up or anything like that. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with powder blush on top of that liquid blush that we just did underneath. This is the, I think it's Color Pop. I found it online, and I love this blush. This is like my new favorite blush. It's like that perfect, like, it's bright, but it's still like kind of like pastel. So I really like the way this blush looks. Oof, and be very generous. Be very generous. Be very generous with that blush. Yeah. Makeup. We love to do makeup. Y'all, why did I start singing Five Nights at Freddy's during the makeup? I just covered that song because it's actually really good and it will not leave my head. And apparently it still will not leave my head. So.
Talk about blush.
So yeah, I just am putting on as much blush as I want, and we're gonna go back in later at the end and put more on, but this is just the starter for the blush. I love blush. I don't know what was happening here. I think I just like needed a break from doing it, or maybe I was happy.
That was just my random bag.
Hopefully something made me happy. So right. What's next? What the hell is next? Okay, so my eye makeup is next. So I'm gonna take this random palette that has no name and nothing like that, and I'm gonna start to put on that green eyeshadow. But I realized that I don't like to use brushes with colorful eyeshadow. I like to use my fingers because I find that the pigment is just much better. It's just much better. So I'm going in with my fingers. You can already see how that's laying on way more pigmented. Yeah, so doing the same thing to the other eye, kind of just rubbing that shit on my eye until my eyes look green on them. So now I'm going in with this brush to kind of just blend the edges but not lose that pigment. If like when I put it on with just the brush, it kind of loses the pigment, which is why I like to use my fingers. So now I'm just buffing out the edges and making it blend out a little more feathery, whatever that means. Okay.
One reason I don't like doing my makeup with nails on is because I like to really use my fingers to put it on.
Yeah.
Nails on, it's a little bit harder.
Yeah, like I said.
Because you love is my trying. So we're trying with my finger, but if I have to do it with the brush. I'm going with this other palette, Iconic. I don't know what it brand.
I'm gonna do this on the lid only.
See, like, I can't get all the way in
to accentuate the eyelids and add some sort of dimension, if you will. Super easy. Literally, a giraffe could do this makeup. Like, just keep literally pushing your eye and squishing it into the socket with glittery eyeshadow on your finger, and you're gonna look pretty, I promise. Girl, she talking about quarantine. You're just on bed rest because you broke your foot, you silly goose. Can y'all tell this is my first time doing something like this? I'm a singer. I've never really done a voiceover like this before. Let me be professional real quick. Okay, so now I'm taking this brush and going back into the green to fix any like harsh edges and kind of make that white and green blend a little bit better together, but still keep the color and definition and all that good stuff. Now I think I'm happy with the eyeshadow. I think that I'm happy with the way that it looks. So now I think I was getting anxiety like during this part, like for no reason. I don't know what was stressing me out. Oh, well, maybe it's the fact that my foot is actually broken and I was actually in pain most, if not all, of this video, because I'm experiencing a lot of discomfort every day right now, so I had to ground myself with some hair brushing. Alright, so now for the big shebang, the big fucking event. So it's the winged eyeliner that I'm gonna do. So I use the e.l.f. eyeliner. It's like $3 at CVS, and I've been using this for years. It's really easy to work with, and it stays on pretty well. So pretty much I'm gonna let you guys see. I'm gonna let it speak for itself, and y'all can watch me do this.
Better off alone. Looking at this works, I really fucking don't. I know that I'm the best, so I may never know. My heart is going cold. I'm better off alone. No matter life goes on, I gotta go it on. You love me all you want, you should know that I'm alone. Sometimes my head don't feel at home. House haunted, I just saw ghosts. Do you think you're better off alone? No, I really don't, I just feel safe at home. I don't feel you understand. I've been going back and forth with the voices in my head. My head, my head, my head, my head. Baby, don't know me like that. I'm the realest bitch you ever fucking bag. 16 Chanel bags. I don't need you cause I'm sitting pretty. They don't know, they just cause that's what hottest in the city, yeah. Do I think I'm better off alone? I just feel the way I know. I don't trust another soul. Would I change? I just don't know.
Yeah, so that was my song. It is on my SoundCloud now if you liked it. My SoundCloud is Lucy Loone, and that track was called Better Off Alone. So now I am going back into the other eye, and I am doing my best to make it even, make all the lines straight, going back in and shaking the bottle to get as much eyeliner on the brush as possible to get the best pigment. And it's easier to work with when there's more eyeliner on the brush for me. So yeah, it's a little bit of a tedious process, but it doesn't take too long the more that you practice and everything. now I'm going back in and touching up my forehead where I scratched it up with my nails. Let's see, what's next? Okay, eyelashes are next. So I picked out this random pair of lashes and I'm going to test them and see if these are the ones I'm going to go with. Immediately I knew these were the ones I'm going to go with. So now I took some black duo lash glue, slathered it on the lash band, and now we hope and pray that it goes on perfect. This one gave me no problems. It went on very nicely. I'm using my fingers, and I'm just using my fingers to kind of like mend it and get it in the position that I want. So I liked how this one went on, so just making sure it's on all the way. Using my finger to push it up so it is a lifted look and it's not drooping down. So this next one, y'all, this one gave me problems, but I kept in the footage of me having problems just to show that it is very normal to make mistakes in makeup. I've been doing makeup for many years now, and still, not everything's gonna go right every single time. You're gonna have to try again. Sometimes you're gonna have to start over. Sometimes you're gonna have to rip the lash off. You're gonna have to put glue back on, and you're gonna have to try again. But as long as you're determined and you keep trying, you're gonna get that result that you want. So I went ahead and ripped it off, kind of like bent it a little, because I was like, bitch, you better get in shape. You better behave for me, babe. So now, try number 2 went way better, and it went on successfully. I like the way that looks. So now, making sure I let it dry, fanning it off a little bit with my hand, mending it to the shape that I want. Okay, I'm liking this. Alright, so now it's the lip time. It's lip time. So I grabbed this random Revlon lip liner, the first one I saw in my bag. You can get it at Target. I think I got it at Target. Now I'm just going to start defining the lips. Defining them however I like. Oof, yes. Oh, yeah, I broke it because I was being a little too rough. So I'm going to be a little bit more delicate and continue to line my lips. And it's just playing a game of trying to get each side even. Because my lips are actually naturally like a little bit uneven, so I kind of have to make up for that with the eyeliner. La la la, eyeliner. So yeah, now I'm going into the bottom, obviously, as you can see. It's looking very, scrumptious. I feel like my makeup does not come together until the lips and the lashes come on. Then it's like, okay, now it's go time, babe. It's go time. Now I'm feeling it. Alright, so this is my favorite lip gloss ever. I don't even need a lipstick with this. It's the Christian Dior Lip Glow Oil. I've been using this since like 2020, and I have to have like 4 of these in my bag at all times in order to feel safe, protected, and secure. This is just like, I don't know, it's so juicy and it's long lasting. It feels really nice and luxurious, and I really love that lip gloss, and I don't know what I'd do without it. Probably scream and cry. Alright, so next I am, you already know, going back in with some more blush. Same blush as before, nothing new. It was a little hard for me to open it, so I was getting a little upset. But yeah, I'm being very generous once again with this blush and just adding that final layer of color onto my cheeks. Oof, so pretty. The pink and the... Ooh! I could cry. Yeah, so now I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go in with the blush because we want these blushing cheeks to be seen from miles away. All right, now it's time to set it off. And while I set it, I've been doing this again recently. I spray a whole bunch of setting spray on, like, until I'm like really freaking wet on my face. And yeah, keep spraying it, don't stop. And gonna let it dry for a little bit, fan it dry. And I'm gonna prepare to do the highlighter now while my face is a bit wet. It makes the highlighter look more glowy. I don't know. It adds more pigment to the highlighter. I don't know. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm gonna get that glow going on my cheek. Looks so pretty. Like, see, that just makes a big difference. I stopped wearing highlighter for a little bit this year, and I'm not gonna do that again because I think that it really adds to the overall look and gives you a glowing aura. Yes. So that's like some sort of little fluffy little brush that I can get into those little places and those high points. And then I just use my finger to do the nose one. I'm putting some on my eyebrows right now. But yeah, I use my fingers to put it on the little bridge of my, I don't know if that's the bridge, but the in between the eyes part of the nose and the tip of the nose. It's very pretty. Yep, so that's it. That is the makeup all done. Yay! If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for supporting me. If you're here for my